Welcome to Snapdragon Stadium in San Diego, California, home to the Aztecs of San Diego State. Being in San Diego is never a bad thing, and it's even better when you have a matchup like this one. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see, the #3 team in the country, the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors, taking on the winners of 5 straight, the San Diego State Aztecs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Aztecs will kick it away to start us off. And he takes this from inside the 5. Slips through the line. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. The offense set for a first down play. He'll start this drive firing. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35. Third and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. The snap sets up to throw. Pulls it in. At the 45, on its way. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
And the Rainbow Warriors with the 1st and 10. He wants to throw. He makes the connection. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
And get that ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
He wants it all. Touchdown, Hawaii! And they jump on top. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Line gets set, first down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it.
Off he goes! That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Back to throw, it's Richard. Looking to the big tight end. Complete downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's really nice when you're an offensive coach and you can basically attack the whole field. When you got an arm like this and you can just, boom, put it on a line, it's really nice to have that.
using the back as a receiver on the screen. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
The defense was onto something there. They were sensing screen might be coming up. D-line did a great job staying home, getting close to the running back and tackling him for no gain.
And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And the Aztecs racing to the line in the hurry-up. From the gun, running back gets to give.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. They'll go with a direct snap.
You know, this is a running back who wants the ball, and he wants the offense to run through him. Really nice job there on the third down of this opening drive for his offense.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, San Diego State. Up and over, Yamo be there into the end zone.
And you don't want to leave your feet very often in football, but this is one of those areas where you do. In the end zone, near the goal line, you smell it. A lot of bodies in front of you. Just get up, get over top of them, get that touchdown.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
They want to run it left here. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Kept it on the ground on first down. Let's see what they do on second. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. He makes the catch. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback keeper. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Going to try to get it himself. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
Really, really nice play, and I love bringing speed on the field. The more dime packages, the better on those third down situations. Now I got faster guys chasing in the back end with the receivers, and when the QB scrambles outside the pocket, I got a DB now going to try to get that QB. It makes all the difference in the world.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, San Diego State.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Wide out in motion. Trying to start the drive with a pass. He wants to go deep. And he makes the catch inside the 25. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Aztecs.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. On the option. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
The give to the back. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
And they may have caught the defense snapping there a little bit, David, maybe expecting pass on that 3rd down, but because of the back's effort now, fresh set of downs.
And it's so nice to have a guy that you can give the football on these 3rd down situations and feel confident you're going to continue to move the sticks.
They'll run the option. He'll toss it.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. It's complete to the left. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender, understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go, and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And that's a really good job by the defense, reacting to what they see. They see the quarterback flip it forward on the touch pass. Now I got to go get it, right? Corral that football. He picked up some yards, yeah, but you didn't give up that big explosive play. And now you have to make them earn it now on the next down.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm, but after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Unloads it left. It's caught. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
And backed up, 1st and goal. This defense fighting to hold the lead and carry it to the locker room. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Hawaii.
And I love that this offense stuck to it. Stuck to the run game. Didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Guys, let's see what adjustments this San Diego State offense has made this time. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. He's got his man. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Direct snap. Tackle is made after the first down.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on first down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it off.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different that can give this offense something to think about.
The Aztecs getting set on 1st and 10. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. Oh, it's out! How in the world did the offense retain possession? I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
Back to throw, it's Richard. He's got it. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the knee stopped him at the 2. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Needs to get it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. The 50, the 40, past the 20. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors.
Dude, you're just thinking hold him to 3, make him kick a field goal, don't let him score points. Heck no, you turn it into offense. What a play. Catches the ball in the end zone. Take a knee. Take a knee. No, sir. I'm taking this thing all the way back 100 yards to the house. What a play.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Rainbow Warriors will kick it off to start the second half. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Aztecs offense ready to go back to work. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Dropping back, it's Richard. He rifles one deep down the middle. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. And the Aztecs come to the line in the hurry up. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. After picking up this first down on the ground, let's see what they do. They'll give it to him again. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance when you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the
Oh, picked off. Bringing it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, he was rolling to his right, and because of that, I don't know if it affected the timing between him and his wide receiver. They just weren't on the same page on that one as the defense comes away with the INT.
Wants to throw on first down. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Wow, that's a really nice catch, especially considering it comes from a running back. Quarterback's got to do a better job being more accurate with that. You got to know he's not a receiver, right? It's not his natural form. They don't make awkward...
Grabs it inside the 10. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Warriors. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead. Now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. Here comes the offense on first down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Wide receiver shows motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. After the short completion, let's see if they go back to the air. Snap it to the back. Past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice game.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Leaves it with the running back. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it.
And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense.
Well, they were trying to set up the option, but the quarterback had no chance. Did you see the defensive tackle penetrate? What a great first step. He shot right through the offensive line and got the TFL.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They go to the ground. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down marker.
They move the chains on the ground. Now another first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Wide open. He makes the catch. Touchdown, Hawaii. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable. Because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, we're about to get another look at this San Diego State offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The play action fake. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Griffin. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. The Aztecs moving quickly to the line.
Hey, nice job by the offense there, attacking the middle of the field. Excellent route, finding the soft spot in the defense. Nice job by the quarterback, putting it right on his guy.
A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. And the Aztecs have it with a 1st and 10. They'll go with a direct snap. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. With jet sweep pass. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, San Diego State. And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
They've got it to a 2-possession game, but now going for the onside kick here in the 3rd quarter. They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. First down for this offense. He's going to pass. Quickly complete. And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the 3rd. New set of downs after that completion. They'll throw it on first down. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete. Line getting set on 2nd down. Now the play fake. coming after it. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They've got a ways to go on third down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. They're going to throw it again. Looking to the big tight end. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now, late in the game, you've got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, you obviously want to get your receivers the football down here in the red zone, but it's tough to throw it to them because the windows are so small. So I like the idea, handing it off to that guy and seeing if he can do something with the speed.
Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Hawaii. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth.
At third and goal, I'm giving it to my playmaker. You let your quarterback make this decision, whether he wants to run it in or right here. He sees the opportunity. His guy's wide open, hits him in stride for the easy touchdown.
San Diego State takes over as the offense is ready to go to work. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels because
trying to beat the D deep. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
well, trailing this much in the fourth quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
Looking to throw, it's Richard. Throws to the tight end. Working the middle. Gets away from one, he's got space. And he breaks into the open. He's at the 10. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Aztecs.
And how about the tight end showing off the athletic ability? Does a great job in the blocking game. Now, when you need to make a big play in the passing game, you just turn him loose, throw him the football, and he can make big plays like he did right here.
If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys are...
And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. And the offense sprung a big-time leak, and the quarterback went down.
And when you're throwing the football, you're trying to stop the best athletes in the world from getting to your quarterback. They're going to get there, they'll pin their ears back, get to the QB, get the sack.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
The marker is at the 35, and they need to get it there to convert third down. pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
You spread me out, I'm going to speed you up. Nice job. They go empty. Nobody in the backfield to help the quarterback block. The linebacker comes right up the gut, gets to the quarterback, gets him on the ground.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. And the Rainbow Warriors will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the offense is really backed up as this ball is down at the 5. Guys, let's see what adjustments this San Diego State offense has made this time. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the right. The expressway is wide open. Tackled, but he has a first down. The Aztecs are in the hurry-up. The give from the gun. Still running at the 40. Got a lot of running room. At the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, San Diego State. So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help from the defense.
They still need a touchdown and two-point conversion to tie, and they'll go for the onside kick here in the 4th. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Use the play fake, now to throw. And they're on him in a heartbeat, and down he goes. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. The first down sack pushes the ball back for this long second down. Motion from the offense. The hand to the running back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And that's exactly what you would expect from this offense. Listen, when you're in that 1 to 2 minute range and you got the football and you got a lead, it's smash mouth, it's keep that clock running, it's ground game. So interesting now on this third down what they do next, but we got to keep that clock moving.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And that is no good. After the missed field goal, still an 8-point game, and guys, more importantly, still a 1-possession game. The Aztecs offense ready to go back to work. Looking for room, it's Morris. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Looking to move it through the air. Floating away. Uncorks one to the middle. And it's his 4th interception of the night. Got some room to run. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, we've seen this defense make plays time and time again in this game. They may have just sealed it with that takeaway.
This drive will start from the 19-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. 30, 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
Guys, we're about to get another look at this San Diego State offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my...
And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
The defense still has a couple of timeouts at its disposal, but down a couple of possessions, the offense will take a knee. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Not only the scoreboard, but the clock on the side of the offense as they take a knee, though the D can stop it a couple more times. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses. In this game, it was no different.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.